What's good, everybody? Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody's having a good day today, y'all. My day is going good. Please let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me because StreamYard has been messing up lately. Listen, it's been a lot going on. It's been too much going on. Ever since, I just feel like it's so much stuff going on. I'm not even sure if we're gonna be able to get into everything. Let me pull something up. Everything today because it's just so much stuff going on. Okay, so initially I had wanted to come down here to do a review on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. I was gonna do a pre-record and come down here and talk about it, but I just feel like, and I know that I told you I was gonna do it, but we ain't gonna do a review on it, but we just gonna touch it a little bit, right? We're just going to touch it a little bit because, in my opinion, the first episode was dedicated to Orange County. I've never watched not one episode, not now episode of Orange County. The only how I know who Vicky is because, I love Auntie Wendy, and she said that was her favorite housewife. The only how I know who Tamara is because I believe she is the one on a podcast with Teddy. But other than that, I don't know anybody from Orange County at all. I've never seen an episode of them. I've never seen an episode of Orange County. I've never seen an episode of Dubai. I've seen an episode of, I've never seen an episode of Dallas. I have seen an episode of the old New York before. My mama wanted me to see an episode or whatever. I was like, girl, you want me to watch this for what? But I don't know anything about Orange County. So we'll touch it, okay? And then I ended up having to watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion again. It was so good to me that I ended up watching it again. And it's some stuff that I want to point out that I didn't really see the first time that I've seen it. And we also just have to talk about the aftermath of it because I feel like that there's a whole bunch of sore losers, right? And my thing is this. I feel like have been many times where the girls who I go up for, they get ate up. They get it up. Candace, y'all know, even before the fight, I like Candace, right? But I saw Candace get her wig snatched and get pounded in the head on national TV. And I had to eat that up, right? And so my thing is this. Shamia and Kelly got ate up at this reunion. And stand in it. To me, I don't like the whole sore loser and, everybody whining about, this person is good. Hey, girl, no. The girls got ate up and it come with the territory. They lost, baby. They lost. Kelly is losing in life. She lost. Sometimes your faves lose and they lost. I mean, my whole thing, this is only the first episode of the reunion and everybody on there crying. Everybody is crying. The people in the Twitter streets are crying. They're crying. Okay? So we're going to talk, and then we got to talk about these. I don't know if this is a safe space. I thought about this before I came on, even if I wanted to talk about the whole Anna Marie and Marcellus Wiley situation, because I don't know if this is a safe space to talk about what I really want to talk about. For instance, everything just don't be a safe space. For instance, I love the dog, and I ended up watching the live that Funky Dineva did when he talked about what he said about people and their attraction to children. And I kind of understood what he said. The way that the blogs took what he said and flipped it was, I feel like that people are everything, let me back up. I think that it wasn't a safe space for him to have that conversation. To me, I think that there's a such thing as kitchen table talk, which sometimes we come down here to the internet and do kitchen table talk. Some stuff should just be stayed at the kitchen, point blank, period. I think that he should have had that conversation that he was trying to have at his, at a house with him, with his friends and stuff like that or whatever. Because even myself, I was thinking, what is you saying, right? And I could kind of understand what he was saying, but there are sometimes people who purposely try to misinterpret what you're saying. And I thought that is what he was doing. That's what, and I thought that the blogs just took it and ran with it. It was slow, right? Things get flipped all the time on Walker. It was a slow news day, okay? But before we get started, we're gonna talk, and I don't know how long we're gonna be up here, but we're gonna talk, and I have to say what I need to say. And I'm so nice, I'm gonna try to help some of the people do their work. I'm so nice. I'm gonna help some. You know, I love Ayana. I'm gonna help some of the people do their work. But before we get started, let's see let's see who all in here, and then we're gonna really get down. We're gonna really get down to business, okay? April Morgan, what's good? C. Patterson, what's good? YDKL, what's good? The Informed, Jess Mary, Michelle, Wizard, what's good? Magdalene Lamar, Cameron, Veggie Luck, what's good? RHOA hasn't been fired like since season 9. Also, I think if anybody tried to fight should cry baby, it's Psycho K. Well, you know, it will only listen if she tried to fight anybody. See, that's the thing about y'all. Let me tell you something about K. Michelle real quick. Can we have a real talk? See, this is why. See, listen, let's go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and get into it. We ain't gonna get into it, but let me just say this. If it's anybody that K. Michelle tried to fight, because see, K. Michelle ain't psycho. K. Michelle ain't psycho. Just like, because y'all love to claim that I'm a Portia fan or a Portia stan or whatever like that or whatever. I'm not a Portia stan. I watch the show and I come down here unbiased and I talk about what I see. K. Michelle is not psycho. K. Michelle is not psycho, baby. K. Michelle know who to fuck with and who not to fuck with. K. Michelle know who to fuck with, and she know who not to fuck with. She'll go and try to pick on K. If it was Shamia, right? She'll go and try to fight on Shamia because she knows Shamia punk puss, right? She'll go and try to fight on Drew because she knows Drew is punk puss. But when she got to talking about Portia, she said that Portia will whoop her ass, right? Just like the same thing with Portia. Anger management works sometimes anger management didn't work, right? When it came to Kenya and Cynthia, right? Anger management worked. Anger management was working. But when it came to Sheree, when it came to Candy, when it came to Nene, when it came to Marlo, and anger management was working all of a sudden. Let me walk away, let me remove myself, right? So no, K ain't psycho at all. She like to play psycho when it comes to certain people. She like to play psycho when it comes to certain people. Shout out to Justin, because he's the first one to tell it. It's the truth. You get what I'm saying? She went over here and she talking shit about Shamia's mama because she know it ain't gonna be no consequences when it comes to Shamia mama. But with Portia mama, she might have to get on and get up out there, right? So it don't be the same rules, and I don't have any respect for somebody who don't keep the same rules for the same rules for everybody. I'm gonna keep the same rules for everybody. I may be a little lenient when it comes to when I'm getting into it with a woman. Okay, I might be a little lenient when I get into it with a woman, but you know what I'm saying. But for the most part, I'm gonna have the same energy for everybody. For everybody. But I might be a little lenient when it comes to a woman. Or I might be a little lenient when it comes... Listen, I'm from the South. I respect my elders. You know what I'm saying? I feel like unbiasedly... is that the word that I want to use, unbiasedly? For instance, let me say what I'm saying, and then you help me pick up the word that I'm trying to say. There are certain elders that I have who they automatically... When I talk to them, when I see them, it's automatically yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. But there are some elders that I don't say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am with. And I don't know if it's a disrespect towards those people or if it's just a feel. I don't know what it is, right? There are some elders that you meet and it's automatically yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, right off the gate. But there are some elders who kind of like almost act like as if they're your peer, right? And so you don't really probably say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am to them. Does that make sense what I'm saying? What word am I trying to use? It's no, I'm not saying it in a disrespectful type of way, but for instance, if I was sitting around Lunel, I'd probably be like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yada, 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 because she's an elder, she's a woman of a certain age. If I'm sitting around, you know, a Shamia, I may not say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am. Even well, I don't really consider her, she's older than me, but she's not an elder. So let me use somebody else as an example who I probably would sit around and not say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am to. I just don't know, but for the most part, some people just it's you get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let me go ahead and get started. What are we starting off with? Let's start over here with Anne Marie real quick, okay? Do I want to talk about Anne Marie? Do I want to talk? Yeah, Mama D. I may not say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am to Mama D. Right? I may not say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am to Mama D. And it's no disrespect to Mama D. Or because her and Lunella are cut from the same cloth, so I don't know if that's a good. Okay, let me say Cheryl Underwood. I may say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am to Cheryl Underwood. When I get around Lunella, I may not say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am. You get what I'm saying? I may say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am to Karen Huger. When I get around Giselle, I may not say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am. Right? I don't know what it is, but it's just something like that. Gabor, did you see the Love Island reunion looks? Everybody looked a mess. Everybody looked a mess, Madison Holly, from what I've seen. It didn't even look like they was going to a reunion. It didn't even look like it looked like they was going to a reunion. Respect is earned, not given. Respect is given to a dog, Mo Walker. That's why I was raised. Respect is due to a dog across the street, lipping across the street. Okay? Where we starting at? Let's start with, I don't know if I want to discuss Marcellus and Riley. Marcellus, Wiley, and Anna Marie. Or if I want to give y'all my true thoughts. Because I don't know if it's a safe space. Let's go. Okay? So, can y'all see? Let's see. Okay? Look at StreamYard messing up. Okay? It says prosecutors drop domestic violence case against Marcellus Wiley. Okay? Former NFL star Marcellus Wiley is no longer facing a criminal charge over an alleged domestic violence incidents involving his estranged wife, Anna Marie Wiley, TMZ has learned. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, prosecutors in Orange County, Florida told the court that they would not be pursuing the case. The filing states prosecutors declined to file charges because testimonial evidence received is not corroborated by any physical or other evidence and is therefore insufficient to obtain a conviction. Okay, in other words, it sounds like prosecutors didn't feel like there was enough evidence for an easy conviction. As TMZ first reported, Anna Marie called Cox after she claimed things got physical inside a Florida hotel. She told Cox Marcellus poked her in her cheek and threatened to kill her. Marcellus adamantly denied the claims. Okay, Anna Marie filed for a divorce and a restraining order days later, claiming Marcellus was violent throughout their marriage. He has denied her claims. Okay, now also Marcellus, Anna Marie. Okay, and it's been, I'm not laughing at that. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said the judge said she is just gonna have to eat them punches, baby. Listen. Can we be real? Is this a safe space? Listen, I think there was a couple of things that probably happened over there with Anna Marie, if I'm being honest with you. Okay? I'm not surprised that the charges was dropped, right? And before I say what I need to say sources close, not Anna Marie, because she's been coming out speaking about everything else. Now, all of a sudden, the sources close to Anna Marie say that she was blindsided by the prosecution deciding to drop the charges in the case, right? I'm not surprised because I knew that this was probably going to come up because remember, we talked about Anna Marie said that she didn't want to testify, right? Anna Marie said that she didn't want to testify because she didn't want to live through what she had been through all these years. I don't want to testify. You're going to come out, right? I don't want to testify because I don't want to have to live through what I have been through all these years, baby. If you was going to testify, it was only going to be another day, baby. That's when I get to calling bullshit on stuff. I always believe a woman when she say that a man put his hands on her because that's really nothing, right? But now you all of a sudden saying, I don't want to go into court, baby. Let me tell you what I'm telling you. It gave me, I don't want to testify under oath. I don't want to testify under oath. That's what it gave me. So it gave me either three things that happened. Either she lied, number one, right? Either he gave her $100,000 back because I believe that she probably was like, okay, the nigga over here beat me. Then he taking my money? No, sir. Or she got back with that man. But this is my thing. And I got 3 words. Listen. If Anna Marie is back with that man, Anna Marie, you drop these charges against this man. That means that the restraining order and stuff that you got, all of that stuff is about to be taken away, baby, because they don't got nothing to prove it. But let me say this to you, Anna Marie. I remember I am totally against domestic violence. I believe if a nigga growl at you, you need to leave and pack your shit. It was 3 words. I will never forget it as long as I live. When O.J. Simpson had beat Nicole one time, and it was the time that Mark Furman went over to the house the first time because he did a house call before when Nicole had called the police. That wasn't his first time over there with the glove. He was over there before when O.J. Simpson had beat up the car. He said that he asked Nicole, did she want to press charges? And she said no. And he said 3 words. He told her 3 words that haunted him to that day. And those 3 words is your funeral. Anna Marie, it's your funeral, baby. If this nigga was over there raping on you, excuse me, beating on you, the way that you say he was over there doing to you and all of that type of stuff like that or whatever, and you get back over there with that man, it's your funeral. You don't want to press charges against this man? That's your funeral, baby. That's your. It will only get worse. It will only get worse because this time when you leave, he gonna try to make sure that you shut up because you done already came out and said what he said and said what he did. It can only get worse. It can only get worse. You got kids, girl, that you need to be over here living for. Fuck that nigga. Okay? Now let's talk about the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls trip. Real House Ultimate Road Trip. Okay? The first episode came out on Sunday. I watched everything that they had to do. Baby, Real Housewives Ultimate Road Trip. I watched everything that had to do with Bravo on Sunday. I watched everything that had to do with it. I watched everything. Okay, let's see. I watched everything. Okay. Again, I'm only coming down here to talk about this time because y'all asked me to. Y'all asked me to. But I did watch the episode. If I'm being honest with you, I really, let me find a picture for the girls. Here go the girls. Here go the girls. Let's see if we can blow this up real quick. Give me one moment. I wasn't impressed, if I'm being honest with you. And I think that I wasn't impressed because, again, I don't watch Orange County, and I think that the first episode was really dedicated to Orange County. Okay? I think that I've been very vocal about what was going on. I don't think that it's really a lot for me to say. You know what I'm saying? It really was nothing to see. Okay? Now, let me say this real quick. If I had to pick the cast for the Ultimate Girls Trip based on the city, for me, if I had to pick, and y'all let me know in the comment section, okay? For me in Orange County, it will be whoever, because for me, I don't know anybody from Orange County. Again, the only person that I know, I only know 2 people from Orange County, and that's Vicky, because that's Wendy Williams' favorite housewife. And I know Tamara just because she does a podcast with Teddy, 2 T's in a Pod, I believe is what it's called or whatever. But other than that, I don't know. But when I see from Vicky, she gives me, like she got Tourette's or something like that, right? For Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, okay? Me personally, it would be Lisa Vanderpump. For me, that's my opinion, okay? Real Housewives of Atlanta, I will pick Nene Leakes. And to get really gaggy, because I feel like that Atlanta is the standard, right? And I'm talking about standard like Portia Williams, not like Kelly, okay? Because I feel like we are the standard. Atlanta is the standard. I will also put Kim in there too. I will put 2 girls in there, and I will put Kim, Nene, and Kim can go, okay? For Potomac, for me, it will be Karen. Potomac, for me, it will be Karen. For Miami, it will be Larsa. I love Adriana. I love Alexia. But for me, with Miami, it will be Larsa, okay? For New York, it will be Bethany. For New Jersey, it would be Teresa. For Salt Lake City, I'm not really a fan of Salt Lake City like that. I did watch last season. I'm not mad at Lisa. But, okay, I'm not mad at Lisa, okay? For Dubai, I never watched an episode of Dubai, so I can't really say, right? But in my opinion, I've said this before, Lisa Vanderpump will always be the queen of Beverly Hills to me, and Nene will always be the queen of Atlanta to me, and that's just how I feel.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
Okay. Candy says she prefer Luann. Okay, who is Luann? Oh, Luann is on the show. Okay, Luann is from New York. Okay. Now this cast you're saying makes sense, right? Can't Larsa's balloon lip ad, baboon lip ad. Nope, not Larsa. Larsa is too gutter. Listen, that's okay. The Miami girls are gutter. I like Luann. Luann seemed cool. Luann seemed cool. LVP, Nene, Vicky, Karen, as much as I can't stand them, Alexia or Marisol, Ramona, and Karen. The Countess is still a hoe. Who is the Countess? I don't know. Y'all have to, and let me know. I never watched the episode of Dallas Needy, so I don't know anything about Dallas, okay? Y'all choices never make realistic sense. The OC is the OG housewife cast. Maybe that's why they got 3. They got 3 what? I love Miami, okay? Now, I do think, again, that will be my cast, okay? I do think that after 20 years, Bravo should have really brought back and did what they needed to do to secure and bring back OGs of the show, because this is their legacy, right? Lisa Vanderpump started this shit, right? Nene started this shit, right? It doesn't matter if they're on the show now or not. This is the 20th year. This is 20 years later, right? Each one of those OGs laid the foundation so those shows in those cities can be around today. And so I believe that homage deserves to be paid to those women, right? Even if it was for 8 episodes, if you had Lisa Vanderpump saying, okay, I'll just do 8 episodes, let me just go. You get what I'm saying? I think that they should have did what they needed to do to make sure that Lisa Vanderpump did this. If Lisa Vanderpump was on this show, if Nene was on this show, if the real OGs of these shows, if they did it right, this would be much watched TV. It would be very nostalgic to go down memory lanes with the real OGs of this show. Right? The real queens of each franchise. Did you see Kyle twerking? Yeah. I think that the girls were saying that Kyle don't got no ass. Kyle got ass. She ain't got no ass like Portia them. But to me, I think that Kyle got a nice shape. And Kyle could get down a little bit. Kyle give me a good time. Y'all, this water is so good. This water is so good. I just put some fresh ice in this cup, baby. It's so good. And if y'all can tell, I'm doing a little bit better with my Benadryl. My voice and stuff sound a little better. And I ain't been sneezing like I have been. But yes, 702 Touche, the show is corny because they don't got the right girls on it. They don't got the right girls on it. It would have been iconic for us to see a camera following Lisa Vanderpump after she has been gone for what, 6 or 7 seasons, and to see her pick up and see her first time on the show, right? Imagine the cutout boards if they had one of Nene up there and Lisa Vanderpump. And I don't want to take nothing away from Kyle because she is the longest standing housewife, but she is not the queen of Beverly Hills to me. I'm sorry. She's not. She's not. She's not. Okay? And I'm just gonna say what I have to say. I think that Nene should have been on the show. Let me pull up my picture of Nene. Where my picture of Nene at? I know I got a picture of Nene in here somewhere. I had to because she on the thumbnail. Right? Hold on. I think that Nene should have been here. You should be here with me, baby. You should be here with me, baby. Who sing that? Let me know in the chat. All my R&B heads. Don't you know you drive me crazy? Don't you know you drive me? You should be here. Tell me who sing that. Okay. I thought I had a picture of Nene. Let me find a picture of Nene. Yeah, Raphael Sadiq, right? Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Look at my R&B heads in the chat. Okay. Yeah. You should be here with me, baby. Drive me crazy. Yeah, that's them. That's them. Raphael Sadiq featuring Jerry I, how old are you? If you don't mind me asking. How old are you, Jerry I? What you know about that? That looks like it's before your time. Raphael Sadiq and D'Angelo. Yes, it is. Okay. In my opinion. And I just gotta say this, and I don't want to harp too much on it, okay? Okay, let me say this, okay? Nene should have been on the show. Nene should have been here. Nene should have been here, y'all. I'm sorry. I know Nene has done some things, but Nene is the number one housewife. She should have been here. In my opinion, I just feel like, well, I know, but I feel like if Nene was white, she would have gotten the pass.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
I don't give a damn what y'all saying. I believe that if Nene is a white woman and she did what she did, she would have gotten the pass and she would have been here. Something to me just doesn't really feel right. And I really want Black people that's saying, oh, well, Nene did this and Nene did that and Nene did this and Nene. I really want y'all to sit back and think about what y'all are saying. And yes, people fuck up, but however, I always feel like that when we fuck up, it's always an erasure of our legacy. Like we never exist and we was never here, right? And so almost as if like she didn't exist. And my thing is, if you're not gonna bring her back right, don't bring her back at all. And for me, I cringed Sunday. Well, I really watched it Monday morning. I cringed Monday morning every time I heard them say toast to the OGs. And Portia was raising her motherfucking glass. I cringed when I watched Watch What Happens Live and Andy said, shout out to the OGs and introduce the girls. If we're going to bring Portia back, if words mean something. If we're going to bring Portia back, we need to say the OGs and Portia. The OGs and Portia. Bethany Frankel is white and doesn't get a pass. Gigi, Bethany Frankel don't want to be there. Nene wanted to be there. There's a difference, baby. There's a difference. There's a difference. I cringed every time they kept on saying the OGs. It ain't the OGs. It's the OGs and Portia. It's the OGs and Portia. Do I think that Kyle should be there? Beverly Hills could deserve two girls too. Beverly Hills deserves 2 girls too. I will give them 2 girls too. However, Kyle is the OG. Is Luann an OG, Candy? Y'all let me know if Luann is an OG. I don't know. But they say Vicky is an OG. Okay? While we're at it, I also think that the Married to Medicine girls, I also want to see them in Atlanta, and I want them to be included in the Atlanta stop. I want them to be included in the Atlanta stop. In my opinion, Married to Medicine has done their thing, and I feel like they're always treated like the killers, right? They always treated like the outside child. You know what I'm saying? The stepchild. Is Married to Medicine housewives? No, but I do think that they deserve the same respect, in my opinion. You know, I want to see them girls there, but you know, I can see the Real Housewives of Atlanta girls saying "fuck them bitches" after the way they Heavenly behaved last season, right? After the way, not this last season that they had, the season before that, when Sweet Tea was still there, and the shots and stuff that she was taking at the girls, right? I could see them saying "fuck them bitches," fuck them Married to Medicine hoes, right? So I could see them saying, girl, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to be careful what you do and everything that you want to say. Sometimes you might want to mind your mouth. You okay? Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, I want to see Mariah back before I see Nene. They stole her show. But Nene sued and accused the show of racism and drug activity. She didn't accuse the network of drug activity, baby. She accused Andy of drug activity. Toya was taking shots to her and Portia went back and forth. Okay, well, both of them, JW. Both of them, JW. Jerry I, how old are you? How old are you? Let me know if you're over 35. If you're over 30, you don't got to give me the age. How old are you? Because you seem a little seasoned. Quad will be there too, cool with the girl. Well, I want Quad to check Giselle again, okay? Speaking of Giselle, let's talk about Giselle. Baby, Giselle, girl, I don't know what to say about you. Giselle, baby, I seen the 50, baby, I see 57 all in your face, girl. I see 57 all in your neck. Baby, you should have never put this wig on. Giselle, you look, girl. Listen, Giselle tried to start some mess between Tamara and Vicky. Giselle is so lame to me, y'all. I don't understand what happened, but Giselle is so lame to me. She is so out of place here with the OGs. When they was on Watch What Happens Live, Andy gave the girls his iconic moment of theirs. Giselle's was Stacy telling her that still I rise. And Giselle saying back to her, leave Maya out of this. Girl, the fact that Giselle's iconic moment that brings true in Andy's head was still her going back and forth with Stacey, right? And then you just saying leave Maya out of this just shows that you're a loser, baby.
Loser!
You're a loser. You're a loser. That was still Stacey's iconic moment. Still I rise. And rise she did. Rise she did. Okay? To me, in my opinion, I feel like Giselle has been exposed. I think that Giselle only thrives when she's around girls who she have an advantage on or of, meaning like seniority, right? She only thrive around like new girls or girls who have came on the show later than she did, right? She can't stand alone, which is why when Mia called her daughters a bag of hoes, right? Ashley and Karen had to really step in and reprimand Mia, not Giselle. It was Karen and Ashley basically saying that they was gonna ice her out if she didn't apologize, right? I think that Giselle played with Vicky and Tamara because they white. Okay, I do believe that. And for girls like Giselle, there won't really be any consequences. Sometimes sometimes Black people underestimate white people. You get what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, I know some white girls, I know some Hispanic girls that will get with your motherfucking ass, baby. Okay? Giselle, and you can't underestimate nobody. And I think that Giselle played with them because she thinks that there won't be any consequences, but she ultimately put herself in a lose-lose situation because if Tamara or Vicky checks Giselle and Giselle try to pop off, right? We will only see her as doing it because they're white, because we never seen Giselle do that to anybody else, right? And if she doesn't pop off, we still gonna see her as weak, right? And I'm interested in seeing from the trailer, I'm interested in seeing if she will be her messy self when it comes to the Black Housewives, because in the trailer, we've seen her over there being messy when it came to the Salt Lake City girls. It seemed like she was gonna be messy over there with them, right? But see, when she tried to be messy on Potomac with Eddie and Wendy checked her ass, it was so bad for Giselle, baby. She was putting out dog whistles that this show wasn't for Wendy. Wendy don't need to be on the show if she don't want to be talked about. No, I could be talked about, but bitch, you're not gonna put no false stories up here about me and my husband, right? When Wendy and Candace checked Giselle, right? Remember they was over there at the trip? I forget who trip it was, but Wendy and Candace checked Giselle because they heard Giselle talking shit with Robin when they said that they was making faces at her daughters, right? Giselle didn't want to talk about it because she's punk puss. I don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about it at all because you weak. You weak. Okay? Punk puss. But from what it seems, you will probably only enjoy this show if you watch the show or you watch the cities where the girls are going to go on a stop at. The next stop seems to be Beverly Hills, right? So going forward, I will watch all of the episodes, but I probably will only review the episodes of the cities of the girls that I watch. So I will probably review. Well, I definitely will review Beverly Hills, Atlanta, Potomac, Miami, and maybe that's it. We'll see. It just depends on how good the episode is. I don't want to put so much on my plate. Okay, did we already do 8.5? We did 8.5. Okay, let's get over here to the reunion, darling. Baby, the girls are, baby, in the words of the iconic Nene Leakes, bitches is mad. Bitches is mad. Portia got the girls bothered, okay? Portia got the girls bothered. Do I want to start off with Portia? Let's start off with Portia real quick. We got to start off with Portia and the hair doctor, okay? I ended up watching the reunion again, and it was something that I didn't catch the first time around. And it had to do with the head doctor, Phaedra herself, okay? Now, Phaedra did do a lot of whore calling or whore insinuations about Portia early on through the season in her confessional, right? And they said, it didn't even really click to me when they said it, right? In my opinion, from watching a reunion, the third time, I feel like that Portia was doing a lot of, I feel like that Phaedra was doing a lot of whore calling in the confessional when it came to Portia because they both had dated Mike. Yes. Yes. It's not a, is it a coincidence? I ask you. Is it a coincidence? All of a sudden now, she calling Portia is ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Because now y'all done talk to the same man. So I ask you, is it a coincidence? It ain't a coincidence. Portia, you need to realize when somebody is playing with you, playing in your face, baby. You need to realize, see, I probably would have caught up on it. I probably would have caught it if she had been talking about me. If she had been talking about me, I would have caught up on it. But see, it didn't really, because, oh, baby, Phaedra was calling Portia ho, 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 ho. All of those who was in a confessional because they was messing with the same man. They was messing with the same man. So that's why she was calling her whores. Whores. Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said Giselle is a second-rate diva who can't sustain. After we all got pain. They really wanted Karen, but Karen said no, and Vicky checked her on the bus. See, I haven't seen the sneak peek yet. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, you're not getting my date of birth to use it. It's fraud. Sorry, sir. I didn't ask you your date of birth, baby. I asked you how old you were. There's a difference, baby. But that's okay, baby. I just wanted to know if you was over 30 or not. That's all I wanted to know. You know, that's all. Okay. Now, she wanted an audience to know, confirm that Portia gets around. Yes. I wanted to pluck both of my eyes out and drive home blind. She should leave the blonde and go back to this shade. Phaedra has been calling Portia host in season 7, Princess of Thoughtlander. This picture of Phaedra, that's the real Phaedra, baby. Woo, child, the ghetto. Yes. Yes. Okay. And so when it comes to Portia and K. Michelle, the thing is they slice and dice they edit the stuff up so it could be under an hour, and you kind of have to, it's kind of hard to follow what the girls are saying. Okay. Now I remember what made me want to watch the reunion again is because I remember when it came to when it came to Portia and K. Michelle, when they was talking about Nosh, I remember being on K. Michelle's side. And so once I watched I was like, okay, well, why did I go back to what Portia was saying? And I'm still kind of torn. Well, I'm not torn no more. I'm totally team Portia when it comes to K. Michelle now, okay? I forgot that K. Michelle said that Portia and Nosh was talking about her and that her name was brought up. Now K. Michelle is at the reunion making it seem like that they were dating when they weren't. And so K. Michelle is now backpedaling at the reunion, okay? I don't believe that K. Michelle's name came up between Nosh and Portia. But I believe that Portia's name came up when it came to Nosh and K. Michelle. I believe that Portia's name came up when it came to Nosh and K. Michelle. And Nosh even said that Portia's name came up when it came to them and K. Michelle, right? So when K. Michelle was trying to make it seem like, well, she told you, I just felt like you should have told me. When Portia said, I didn't know you at all. I was trying to get to know you, meaning, bitch, I'm not about to run down my sexual history to you and try to connect the dots on who you fucked with and who I fucked with. Bitch, I don't know you like that, right? Right? I don't know you like that. I'm just getting to know you. I don't have to go down my whole facts and try to line up the niggas that you done been with and I done been with. I don't know you like that to have to go and tell you. You know what I'm saying? Some people, I just was over here with on the late night tip. And that shit was just supposed to be between me and him. Right? But I don't know you like that to be telling you all my motherfucking business. And for anybody saying any different, you are lying. You are lying. I don't have to run down my sexual history to you just because you joined this group. I don't have to. And sometimes, depending on who the person was that I was messing with, sometimes it's going into the grave. K. Michelle and Portia were not friends. K. Michelle and Portia were not friends. So there is a difference between what Portia and Phaedra had going on and the difference between K. Michelle and Portia. I'm not about to be comparing notes with you and giving you all my motherfucking whole facts. Cause all you, girl, for all you know, baby, I could have fucked with somebody that Pinky was over here dealing with, and you probably went to go tell her. So they both bisexual. They both head doctors in their own right. Portia eat a bitch till they come, baby, and they say that Pinky sucked dick for 4 hours. That's what they said, baby. I'm not gonna lie on nobody, baby. That's what they said. That's what they've been saying in the Real Housewives of Atlanta streets, baby. That Portia will eat a bitch until they come, baby, and Pinky like to suck on that thing for 4 hours. Put a 4 in the chat. Put a 4 in the chat if I'm telling the truth. Because the people think I just be coming up here and I be talking, baby. 4 hours, YDKL. Put a 4 in the chat, baby. That's what the people say, baby. Hours and hours, baby. That's a full-time job, baby. No wonder she can't sell no vegan burgers, baby. Yes, that's the truth. That's on the streets, baby. That's the streets. So all I'm saying is I'm with Portia. Girl, I don't know you like that. I was just getting to know you. I don't know you from Adam. I don't give a damn what you talking about. I don't owe you to run you my whole facts and who I was dealing with. In my opinion, I feel like, and I'm standing on this, K. Michelle wanted to find a reason to beef with Portia. K. Michelle wanted a reason to beef with Portia. In my opinion, she could say that it was her, and her saying it in my head is her telling us that's the truth. It was in her head. She wanted a reason to beef with her. Everything was in her head. Everything was in her head. She wanted a reason to beef with her, and she didn't really have a reason to beef with her. She didn't really have a reason to beef with her. Okay, so let's get over here with my girl Ange. I don't understand why y'all call Angela Big Ange because she tall. I never really got that. Let me see. Angela made a statement. Let me see. I know I got it saved, baby, because we definitely got to talk about the oak, baby. We definitely got to talk about the oak tree. It's so funny to see how y'all do Angela, because to me, Angela is in a no-win. She's in a lose-lose situation. Okay, so Angela put this statement out. She said, "It is all so simple." Shout out to Lauryn Hill, baby. She said, "Kelly has jumped on the other side of almost every issue involving me, and I never understood it. After enough unprovoked shots, I matched the energy. Anyone on my couch, I supported. She seemed enjoying doing it to me. I returned the favor." Okay? So let me pull up a picture of Ange. Where you at, Angela? I know I'm finna got a picture of you. Okay, bad bitch. Bad bitch. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Okay. People are upset with Angela. People are upset with Angela, okay? And I'm going to tell you why people are upset with Angela. People are upset with Angela because Angela is not doing what they want Angela to do. People are upset with Angela because they want Angela to do what they want them to do. People are mad in general because Kelly and Shamia got ate up and they're taking it personal. From the inception of season 16, Kelly has always jumped in when anybody went at Angela and when anybody went at Portia. Yes, she has. That is the truth. That is the truth. Baby, even when, because let's go. Let's go, because I've been there, baby. I've been here since episode 1, season 1. Okay? Even to the point, even when she got into it with Britt, Kelly up there screaming, "What about that baby, though?" Because y'all forget that they had an alliance. Y'all forget that they had an alliance. Remember, they had an alliance that came out at the reunion last year. Britt, Kelly, Shamia, and Portia all had an alliance. Okay? So when anybody got into it with Angela last year, Kelly was jumping in. What about that baby, though? Even when she was over there with Britt, it got to the point to where Angela had pulled Kelly to the side last year. She took her on a house tour because she was clairvoyant and she knew the bitch was going to be homeless this year. All right? Unprovoked. Thank you, Tammy. Unprovoked. It got to the point where Angela even took Kelly, pulled her to the side last year and asked her, "Bitch, what's up? What is going on? Because I feel like that you always coming for me and I didn't do nothing to you." And Kelly had to apologize. Kelly has to apologize, baby. That happened last year. That happened last year. Put a 16 in the chat if you've seen it happen last year. That happened. Y'all want to rewrite history, but that happened. Laura B said, that is so right. I forgot. Yes, she did, baby. Yes, she did. That happened last year. That happened last year, baby. Angela had to pull Kelly to the side and say, bitch, what's tea? Every time I get into it with somebody, you jumping in. Okay? There was an alliance set up last year with Shamia, Kelly, Britt, and Portia. It came out at the reunion. So Angela was always on the outs. Angela was always on the outs last year, which is why anytime somebody got into it with her, Kelly jumped in or had something to say. So I think that it's so funny now that the dynamics of the group have changed. The dynamics of the groups have changed, and now Shamia and Portia aren't cool anymore. So in turn, Portia and Kelly aren't cool anymore. And Portia and Angela are now cordial. Right? Portia and Angela are now cordial because they're not really cool like that. Angela drags Portia in her confessionals, right? Outside of the cast events at Portia's house at the beginning of the season, there was only one cast event that they had there was only one time that Angela went to Portia's house this season, and that was the cast event, right? Angela and Portia has not been at each other's houses, right? Portia hasn't been on Angela's house at all by herself. I mean, at her house, unless it was a cast event. Portia has never been to Angela's house, right? They have never even met up one-on-one. They haven't even met up one-on-one. Right? But all of a sudden, she a lapdog. The truth of the matter is, Angela is still on the outs with Kelly and Shamia, and she's whacking them. But now because she's whacking them, she's doing their dirty work. Or she's now defending Portia. When in actuality, Angela never did anything to Shamia or Kelly last year. All Angela did last year was invite Drew on the cast trip. Right? That's what she did. She invited Drew on the cast trip last year on Portia's birthday, and everybody was team Portia. And Angela felt like that she was there by herself because Shamia and Kelly was team Portia. Shamia and Kelly was team Portia last year, and Angela was there by herself. The truth of the matter is, y'all want Angela to do what y'all want them to do, and she's in a lose-lose situation because the line moves for different people. The line moves for different people. Because now all of a sudden when Angela say about something about Gary, oh, you bringing up stuff that don't got nothing to do with the show. You know who else didn't have nothing to do with the show? Angela Stanton. Angela Stanton didn't have nothing to do with the show. But everybody went up when Nene said, I could have set Angela Stanton right here next to me. And the people who watched Bravo had to go look and see who Angela Stanton was. We didn't know who the fuck she was. She never appeared on one episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. She never appeared on one episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So the line moves for people when y'all don't know who, when y'all don't like them. Okay? Angela is slaughtering Kelly and Shamia, and y'all don't like it. But the truth of the matter is Kelly started it. She started it. And if we really want to go there, I said this and I'm standing on it. Kelly is the bummest bitch that we have ever seen on Bravo. Kelly is the bummest bitch that we have ever seen on Bravo. And I stand on that. Yes, Britt may have been the ratchetest. She may have even been the whorish, the most hoish. Well, she definitely not the biggest hoe. I'm a true advocate for women, so I'm not going to judge Britt for the rest of her life for her taking pictures with a dick in her mouth, if that was her or not, right? I wouldn't have did it, right? But the truth of the matter is we didn't see Britt living with someone else. We didn't see her borrowing money or her having a history of not paying people. And she wasn't a bum. Now, did she know how to give to the people in Grenada? I would bet that she did know what to give to the people in Grenada. If all I got to give them is 4 rolls of toilet paper, all I got to give them is 4 rolls of toilet paper. Right? Because I think that Kelly looks like a dummy giving to the people of Grenada When now she needs the people to give, she should have told Shamil, well, I really need the stuff that you're giving to the people of Grenada. I really need the stuff that you're giving to the people of Grenada. Because she was trying to show up as that girl. She was trying to show up as that girl in life lessons. Let you know that you're not that girl and you never really was that girl. Okay? We have literally seen more people come out of the woodwork about Kelly owing the money than anybody that we've ever seen before. This season. This season. We've seen a lot of stuff in the blogs about Pinky, and Pinky filed for bankruptcy, right? We don't even seen some stuff about Black. But baby, it was almost every week we seen Kelly owing somebody money, more than any other housewife that we've ever seen. So she's a bum and she should be the quietest person on the couch. She's a bum and she should be the quietest person on the couch. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. Okay? And another thing, before we get over here to the little hobby. When it comes to Angela, I hear so many people saying stuff like this, and I'm gonna help y'all do y'all work, because y'all keep on saying stuff like, I liked Angela last year, I can't stand her this year. I'm going to tell you why you liked Angela last year and you don't like her this year. You liked Angela last year and you don't like her this year because you didn't like Portia. You liked Angela last year and you don't like Angela this year because you did not like Portia. I'm trying to help you do your work. I'm trying to help you do your work. Right? You didn't like Portia and you liked that somebody was going against Portia. That is the truth. Y'all didn't like Shamil last year until she started going at Portia. And you don't like, and you like her this year for some reason. It's because you don't like Portia. That's what it is. Y'all went up for Drew last year. Me, I have been consistent since Drew has gotten on the show. I have been consistent about how lame Drew is since she got on the show. But I've never seen so many fans come out the woodworks for Drew until last year, and that was because she was going against Portia. But now again, y'all went back to not liking Drew this year, right? Y'all went back not to liking Drew this year because now she's back cool with Portia. And the truth of the matter is, y'all don't like Portia. That's just the truth, baby. That's just the truth. I'm trying to help you do your work. I'm trying to help you do your work. It seems like people like Drew this year, and I was thinking it was because of Portia. No, they don't like her. Bravo fans are fickle. Y'all literally made me love Portia because y'all hate her so much. I don't understand. Y'all don't like Portia. That's what it is. Y'all don't like Portia, and that's what it is. That's why y'all like her so much. Feel good. Thank you for the super chat. Kelly, he said, call it out, Gabor. Kelly is always starting ish. 16, right. Portia, what else can I put on that tab? Whack. Thank you for the super chat, Cameron. Salter D. Delray. She said, Gabor, they said Cynthia and Kenya moved into Candy's guest house. Cynthia waiting on Lake Bailey. Kenya at Candy's house to hide from Max. Fact check for us, please. They said that Cynthia and Kenya moved into Candy's guest house. Cynthia in season 9 spent a night. I want to say that she spent one night at Candy's guest house. She spent one night at the guest house. That's not moving in. That's not moving in. And Kenya at Candy's house to hide from Mac. Now, I don't remember that, but I do remember Cynthia. I do remember Cynthia spent the night at Candy's guest house one night. I don't know if it had something to do with Lake Bailey or not, but I do remember she stayed over there for one night and she wanted to bring her own food and stuff. And Candy felt like that she was insulted that, you know, you're going to bring your food. But 2 weeks is bad. 2 weeks is horrible. Slim Jim, baby, the girl got up and uprooted her life over there to Shamil's house. Yes, it is bad. Yes, it is bad. And let me tell you something. Let's get over here on this ugly ass, po ass bitch. Let me find a picture of this raggy ass, po ass bitch. Let me. last bitch talking about she the standard child. In what way? In what way? Talking about I always been that girl, baby. If you had always been that girl, you wouldn't need a $70,000 smile today. Your teeth, baby, your teeth. If you was always that girl, your teeth would have been managed. Would have been managed way better than they was now. If you was always that girl. Oh, ugly bitch. Oh, ugly bitch. Okay? Girl, please. Okay? And this is what y'all gonna try to do. This is what y'all try to do. Who moves out of their house for 2 whole weeks, baby? Even if you was evicted, baby, the people, if you would have told the people, I'll be up out here in 2 weeks, can I have 2 more weeks? The people would have let you, baby, the judge would have let you stay. The judge would have let you stay. Okay? And this is the thing with Kelly. She trying to blame everything on the husband. She's trying to blame everything on her husband. I'm in this financial situation because my husband, he put everything on me. He put everything on me. Baby, your husband didn't borrow money from Gary. You did. Your husband didn't move into Shamia's house when you had the opportunity to move into your mama's house. You did. Your husband didn't spend $70,000 on new teeth when you had nowhere to sleep. You did. You did that. You broke bitch. You did. You broke bitch. Life lessons. Life lessons. These are all bad choices that you made. We have seen you made these choices. We have seen you make these choices yourself on this show. Bad choices. We've seen you do it in just 2 seasons. So for now that you're trying to blame everything on your husband, to me, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay? So you try to, I can't stand no bitch. I can't stand no bitch that always, you know what I don't like? I don't like a motherfucker that's coming up here asking you for something. Can I borrow? Can I borrow? Can you give me this? Can you give me that? You know what I'm saying? I don't like the whole who is Gary. And she's talking about who is Gary? You know who the fuck Gary is. I can't stand no bitch. Have y'all ever let somebody borrow some money or whatever? Let me borrow $200. Right? I'm gonna give it to you next week. And then next week come, baby, they gone. Missing in the wind. You ain't heard from them since. And then you have to ask for your money back, and it's all of a sudden that funky ass $200. I can't stand no bitch like that. I can't stand no bitch like that. You charged me up about this funky ass $200? It wasn't no fucking $200 when you was over there crying to me about all what you was going through and you needed it. It wasn't no funky ass $200 then. Who is he? Kelly didn't lie. It was Simon's home. Baby, it was nasty. It wasn't Simon's home, baby. It wasn't Simon's home. It was Portia and Simon's home. It was their marital home. Kelly don't know nothing about that, baby, because she didn't have one. Kelly didn't know nothing about it. She don't know nothing about a marital home because she didn't have one. You broke bitch. You broke bitch. She didn't know nothing about it because she didn't have one. Okay? So it says, RHOA's Kelly Potter loses breach of contract lawsuit to Gary, ordered to pay more than $83K. So about that Gary, Angela Oakley brought up at the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Angela clocked that tea. According to Fully County records, Gary is Gary L. Tolliver, and he is not some random name Angela pulled out during the reunion. Tolliver sued Kelly Potter Farrell over money he said he's loaned her for her restaurant business, and now Kelly has lost the lawsuit. Now, the truth of the matter is, there were people coming out about Kelly week after week after week after week about Kelly owing them money. Gary came out about it in January. The girl who was in college that worked up there that said that she was getting paid in Apple Pay, that came out in, this is August, that came out in like June, right? There were people that was coming out week after week. So to make it seem like that Angela had to go digging to go look this stuff up on the girl, no, baby. It came to our desk, but it was so much stuff. she's just a broke bitch. At a certain point, she's just a broke bitch. We ain't got time to be sitting up here talking about, like, we're not in the pandemic no more, right? So I remember when the stuff was coming out against Erica Jane, it was a new accusation every day. Another person she owed, another person that she owed. But nowadays, people got stuff to do. We ain't got time to be breaking down everything that happened with Kelly. But there were people that was coming out week after week about stuff that was going on with Kelly. They was garnishing her wages and everything else. They were garnishing her wages and everything else to make it seem like people had to go and look through stuff and look through crates to find stuff on her, baby. It was just popping up on our front desk. You broke bitch. The most raggediest, the bummest bitch that we have ever seen on Bravo. Okay? So nobody had to go looking for this, okay? And we don't talk about her because she did something. Now, instead of her addressing this shit with Gary, she tried to go do something else. Baby, we got, because this lawsuit that we got over here with Kelly, it sounds like black. It sounds like black. Okay? According to Fulton County records, Gary is Gary Tolliver, and he is okay. The court corrected final verdict and judgment is dated August 10th, 2026, so that was 2 days ago. According to the judgment, the case was on the court's bench trial calendar on August 7th, 2026. The documents specified says that Tolliver appeared. He testified about the contract and the amount he said that he still owed. Kelly did not appear for the bench trial. The court then ruled in Tolliver's favor for the contract claim. Kelly was ordered to pay $63,085 in principal, $20,614 in pre-judgment interest, plus court costs and post-judgment interest. That puts the judgment at $83,699 before court costs and post-judgment interest. So who exactly is Gary? The court filing says Tolliver was an investor who loaned Kelly money for the opening and operation of Nana's Chicken and Waffles in Sandy Springs. Okay? In his amended complaint, Tolliver said that he loaned Kelly $35,000 on or about July 14, 2024. Okay? So this was after she told Britt, you showing up as that girl and you're not really that girl. You showing up as that girl and you're not really not that girl. You broke bitch. Okay? So then she asked her for $35,000 on about July 14, 2024. Okay? And then she turned around and asked him not only for more money, not only for $35,000 more dollars, she put $5,000 extra dollars on it and asked him for double the money. No, she asked him for another $35,000 plus $5,000. So she asked him for $40,000 on or about October 15, 2024. So not only did she need another $35,000, so she needed more money. She needed more than the $35,000 that he initially gave her. She needed another $35,000. She needed another $40,000. I guess that grocery bill over there with them daughters over there got too high for her. She had to buy groceries for them big old goods over there. Okay? He claimed the money was supposed to be used to open and operate the restaurant and that Kelly agreed to repay a total of $100,000. Okay? So he gave her $75,000. She said she was going to pay him $100,000, including interest, by November 2024. So that, I could see him giving her another $40,000 if she said, but baby, you thought we was going to give him $100,000 by November 2024? Tolliver said Kelly eventually paid $36,915, leaving $63,085 unpaid. There is also a loan agreement in the court filings dated by July 9, 2024, identifying Kelly as the borrower and Gary Tolliver as the lender. That agreement lists a $75,000 loan and then an additional $25,000 in interest. Okay, Tolliver lawsuit included claim for breach of contract, fraud, unjust enrichment, and damages. Fraud. You broke bitch. Kelly the scammer. Kelly the standard for scamming. But there is also an important distinction. The August 10th judgment says the court found in Tolliver's favors on the contract claim, while Tolliver's non-contractual claims were dismissed. Thoughts? The only thoughts that I got is you broke bitch. You broke bitch. Oh, Kelly. Oh, Kelly. Again, we haven't seen Kelly to make it seem like that Angela had to go and baby, this came across the people's desk in January. She owed this man money in January. This came out in the blogs in January. It was so many people that she owed. It was so many people that Kelly owed that we just stopped keeping count. It was so many people that she owed, we just stopped keeping count. My thing with Kelly is that you should have been sitting on that couch quiet. You should have been sitting on that couch quiet, okay? So she got online today. And this is what she had to say, okay? Because, you know, she blocked me. Kelly wrote, Angela Dion Reed, this is the $2 million house that we're speaking of. Baby, this is your marital home, not an investment property. Kelly, where's your marital home? Where's your marital home? Where's your marital home?
They took them from you, baby.
They took them from you, baby. They took them from you, baby, okay? She said this was in foreclosure and up for auction. Correct? Okay? She said, see, I have been very open and honest about my entire life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I never pretended my life was perfect. You can't pretend that your life was perfect because we could look at you and we could look at your motherfucking daughters and tell them ain't nothing perfect about over there at all. We could look at you and tell, baby, ain't nothing perfect about you or nothing about you, baby. Okay? Before we discuss finances, which is weird with your lifetime ban from Ferner et al., my home or my real life struggles, make sure we're bringing everything to the forefront. Before we discuss finances, which is weird, so it's weird to discuss finances now, but we was talking about finances when it came to Brit last year, right? But Portia you was discussing finances when you was talking about Portia, right? You was discussing finances when we was talking about Portia paying quote unquote Simon's bills for paying the bills in her marital home, right? And that's what I say about punk puss and weak shit. Weak shit. All of a sudden it's weird to discuss finances. All of a sudden it's weird to discuss finances now. Because you have none, baby. You have none. You love discussing finances, baby. You love discussing finances. You love discussing finances. You love it, baby. You broke, bitch. Doctor say, what's weird, saying is now said at the reunion. Rodney here, let me see. Thank you for the super chat, Rodney. He said, hey, Gabor, baby, I log on and you on Kelly's neck. Who is Gary? The man that she went and borrowed money from. The man who gave her the money to have a grand opening and a grand closing. Hello? Yes. And you know what's so weird about the whole thing, Kelly, for me? Is that you wasn't ready to open Nana's Chicken and Waffles, Sandy Springs. You were trying to put on what makes it so. This is the thing for me, and in my head, and how my mind works. You already had Nana's Chicken and Waffles, the original, I guess, right? You wasn't ready to open the Nana's Chicken and Waffles, Sandy Springs, but you got baited into opening up another one when you wasn't ready, because the fact that you had to borrow $100,000 and you wasn't able to, you shouldn't have opened up another Nana's Chicken and Waffles unless you was making enough money over there from the original location to start another one. but you got on this show, right? And you wanted to be seen as that girl, right? Life lessons. You shouldn't have made a Nana's Chicken and Waffles a second location until you was rolling in so much dough from the first location that you didn't have to borrow no money from nobody else, right? You didn't have to borrow no money from nobody else. Your first location should have been giving you so much money, but you wanted to appear like you was that girl because you had talked so much shit about Brit. When really that wasn't even your conversation. That should have been between Shamia and because, baby, we seen all of the shit that Shamia gave to the people in Grenada. We didn't see what you gave to people in Grenada. And I said that last year. Why is Kelly talking about the shit that they gave to people in Grenada when we didn't see what she pulled up with? We didn't see what she gave us. They showed us what Drew gave. They showed us what Cynthia gave. They showed us what Portia gave. They never showed us what Kelly gave. They never showed us what Kelly gave. But you borrowed that money because you wanted to appear like you was that girl, and it was the grand opening, grand closing, baby. Life lessons. Life lessons. Give me a second. Life lessons. Life lessons. Let's see. Life lessons. Life lessons. Kelly only gave water, so Kelly needs this class. Kelly needs to go over there and go listen to what Sway is over there teaching. She needs to go and listen to what Sway is over there teaching. Is what she needs. It's what she needs. If you're not playing your employees, you're not doing good business. Kelly's was successful on her own. That should count for something. Where was she successful at, Niecy? Where was she successful at? She wasn't even successful. How was she successful? And she met a nigga and she was doing so motherfucking bad that he had to get her a $70,000 smile. Right off the bat. Right off the bat. She met a man. He said, I'm so tired of looking at you, snagger puss. Let me go ahead and get your teeth fixed. Let me go ahead and get your teeth fixed. You broke bitch. How was she already successful? How was she already successful? Thank you for the super chat, True Blue 88. But you said, Gabor, Kelly is so broke that Shamia probably had to buy her plane ticket to the reunion and pay for her glam. Probably the dress too. So, I'm telling you, when it's all said and done, baby, it's gonna be Shamia's chicken and waffles. Shit. Or Shalow's chicken and waffles. Please. Thank you for the super chat, Brian. He said, Gabor, the restaurant was closed before Thanksgiving 2025. I saw it with my own eyes. Drew recorded her video in December. Well, yeah. So her husband was successful. What was her husband successful with? How was her husband successful? Because she didn't even have a marital home to stay in. She didn't ever have a marital home to stay in. Where is the security guard that she had last year? Kelly was trying to make us think that she was that girl, and she wasn't. She wasn't. But we supposed to believe that the man was beating her so bad that she had to hire security. You're broke, bitch. Okay? Kelly is the biggest bum that we have ever seen on Bravo. And I stand on that. And I stand on that. Kelly was trying to appear that girl, and she tried to call, baby, listen, let me tell you something. You can't fill up nobody else's cup unless yours is full. I'm not mad at Brit for bringing up four rolls of toilet paper to the people in Grenada. Because we ain't never seen Brit have to go live with nobody else. And we still haven't had to see her go and live with nobody else. Kelly, my baby. You was trying to show up as that girl last year, baby, and you didn't show up as that girl. You didn't show up as that girl. I'm not filling up nobody else's cup until I come. If you're gonna show up as that girl, we expect you to show up as that girl. This little sad Dear John shit that you trying to put in this shit over here with Dion. I mean, with Angela at the end, and I've been honest about you haven't been honest about it, baby. And you opening your mouth when your mouth needs to be quiet. Portia kept up her marital home. You didn't have a marital home to be left in. Nancy say Britt not that girl either. Let that go, baby. Britt ain't never have to go live with another castmate, baby. Britt didn't have to go live with another castmate, baby. But I listen. Britt may not be that girl, but what you can't say that she is she's not a broke bitch. She's not a broke bitch. She might not be Real Housewife of Atlanta-esque, but Kelly is neither. Kelly is neither. Okay? Shit. Now let's get over here with Shamia. Baby, Shamia was it down to the radio show? Baby, where is Shiloh at, baby? Shiloh Cole, baby, she needs you. And you around here at the radio show. Okay? Shamia tried to take shots saying that some of the girls need their check. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to leave the show. I don't need the show, but I'm over here. If you need the show, Shamia, why are you there, baby? Why you need the show? You may not need the check. You may not need the check, but you need the show because you wanted to be there. You even going to therapy for the girls. You need the show. You need the show, but you don't need the check. But you know who do need the check? Kelly. You broke bitch. That's the gag right there, girl. Because you know the thing is, what I try to do is when I'm reading a bitch and I'm sitting over here with somebody that's one of my friends or whatever, when I'm reading a bitch, I try to make sure that my reads don't hit the person that I'm sitting next to. You get what I'm saying? When you said that somebody needs this check, don't nobody need the check on the couch. It's not a girl on the couch that need the check more than Kelly. It's not a girl on that couch that need the checks more than Kelly. We can say a lot of things. We can say a lot of things about Drew. We can say a lot of things about Drew. She should have been looking at no $1.3 million house, right? But we say how much she bring in a month. We seen how much she bring in a month. Okay? Kelly needs to check more than anybody. So you should have saved that read. Drew needs the check. Drew don't need the check. Drew don't need the check. Drew could move out and Drew can go and buy her a house. Drew can move out and she can go and buy her a house. Drew pays $2,000 child support. She don't need the check, baby. Drew even has money to give. A broke motherfucker that be paying child support. When niggas be over here talking about they paying child support, their child support be $25 a week. Drew can afford $2,000 child support. So Drew don't need the check. Drew don't need the check. Drew don't need the check. Y'all love to, I'm not gonna let y'all do that. I'm not gonna let y'all do that. Drew don't need the check. Kelly needs the check. Kelly needs the check. Drew don't need the check. Drew got other gigs. She can survive. Kelly can't. Kelly can't. Kelly, it is her biggest check. Baby, they getting ready to take, let me tell you something. That Drew, RHR is her biggest check. It is her biggest check. It's Kelly's biggest check too. And guess what, baby? They getting ready to garnish her wages. They getting ready to garnish her wages. Baby, mark my words. Season 18 Real Housewives of Atlanta, baby. Season 18 Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kelly will be filing bankruptcy. Kelly will be filing bankruptcy. Kelly will be filing bankruptcy. She will. She will. She will. Kelly's only check. No, she get a check from over there for the 99 chicken and waffles. She get a check from her 99 chicken and waffles, but she ain't even paying payroll. They over there give baby her mama over there doing payroll and paying people in their pay. The girl couldn't even show her check statement. She couldn't even pay her check. She couldn't even show her check stuff to get her to move into her dorm room because Kelly them over there paying her in Apple Pay. Child, please. Okay? But Shamia also lets it be known that one of the fellow housewives tried to fight her at the reunion. And I just can't one thing about Shamia to me that be killing me is I don't like the victim talk. I don't like the victim talk. They tried to fight me, girl. You wasn't gonna fight back? Like if I'm telling the story, I'm not gonna never say that the person tried to fight me. You know what I'm saying? I was about to have to get with that hoe. You get what I'm saying? Not they tried to fight me as if you wasn't gonna be doing nothing back. They tried to fight me. And Shamia, I want to, when you say that somebody tried to fight you, I want to see them out their seat and somebody having to hold them back. I want to see them out their seat and somebody having to hold them back. Hold them back. That's what I want to see when you say that somebody's trying to fight you. That's what I want to say. Tubi pays $1 million checks. I didn't say that they paid $1 million checks, baby. But what we seen was her financial, what she does a month. We seen that come out in the court documents with her divorce while she over the line talking about it's a gag order. Bitch, we seen everything that happened. Drew is a liar. Drew just didn't want to talk about her losing them kids, baby. And again, like I said, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I wouldn't give a damn what nobody said. Drew should have been running off that reunion set. Drew should have been running off that reunion set. Even at the first thing when she said, what did she say? My butt leaking, so we good. I would say, is the kids good? Is the kids good? Some mother or you over here laying on this operation table, baby, but you can't even get your kids to school. Baby, I would have eaten Drew up. I would have ate Drew alive. I would have ate Drew alive. Anyway, I want to know, who do y'all think tried to fight Shamia? Who do y'all think tried to fight Shamia? And will we ever see it? She said that we'll see it. She said that we'll see. I don't know. The only part is, to me, I feel like it would have to be out of Portia and K. Michelle. And hopefully it was Portia and it was not K. Michelle, because if it was K. Michelle, you punk puss to me. K. Michelle, you punk puss to me, because I feel like, K. Michelle, that you only trying Shamia because you know that Shamia is weak. You know Shamia is weak. I'm not going to say she weak because Shamia be talking her shit back. But I feel like that you look at Shamia like an easy win. I feel like K. Michelle, if you tried to fight Shamia, okay, listen, we'll see it when it get there. I don't want to go in on K. Michelle, girl. You think that she was over there, that booty, that motherfucker asshole pop, that BBL popped over there at the country awards. You think that motherfucker popped? Girl, please. I sub to Shamia's YouTube channel. She is living her best life as a wife and a mother. Divorces and Shamia had tried to fight her. Drew made some mistakes, but Rap tried to sabotage Drew and make her life a living hell. Erica, the author, girl, if you don't get up out of here with that, girl, now, Erica, the author, I'm not gonna let y'all do that. I'm not gonna let y'all do that. Shamia is pitiful. She doesn't stand a chance. She doesn't stand on business. Niecy, she's going through hell in that household. Going through hell. Drew load to the courts. Drew isn't innocent. Yes, Drew leaked. I believe that Drew leaked everything over there to the courthouse. Drew was over here looking at $1.3 million houses. Drew was over there looking at the $1.3 million. And Kelly, and I say this about Kelly. Kelly, you see, Kelly addressed it Angela in that $2 million thing, because the $2 million house that was in foreclosure. But see, she didn't talk about her owing Gary, though. But I guess what understood and got to be saying. Debbie, Juicy, I don't understand the child. I don't understand. Baby, if Drew was anybody else, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. If Drew was anybody else, baby, I remember Nene getting dragged. I remember Nene getting dragged because her son was over there still in that Walmart. Okay? The fact that y'all are trying to twist and turn this stuff to make Drew seem like the victim, because all Ralph wanted his kids to do is get to school on time. It's crazy. Drew has a staff with 12 people and she couldn't get her kids to school on time. Better yet, I was a latchkey kid. I guess you could say a latchkey kid, meaning that my mother left the house before we even woke up to get ready for school. And she never had to call to make sure that we was woke up or not. It was already understood that you're going to get your ass up, right? And you're going to get up on time and you're going to catch that bus. Now, if we wanted to stay home or we were sick or something and she wasn't there to check, we would have to call and be like, can I stay home? I don't feel good. But baby, no, JoJo is old enough. JoJo is old enough to get those kids up and have them on their bus. That's the responsibility, unless he had practice in the morning time for whatever sport he's played. JoJo is old enough while mama is gone. JoJo is old enough to get those younger kids up. Them ain't no babies or nothing like that. Those kids are grown. Not grown, but you know what I'm saying? Manaya know how to go to put some macaroni and cheese, and those are not JoJo kids, baby, but mama is out here working and we got to help. You got to help mama. Those kids aren't mature. The kids are different these days. If they different these days, it's because Drew raising them weak and weak. Drew raising them weak. Drew raising them weak. For instance, I got a cousin. Her son is he gets up early on Saturday morning. She got two younger kids, but she got a son who was like 5. 4, he was like, she got 2 younger kids, but when he was like 3 or 4 years old, he used to like to get up early in the morning on Saturdays, right? And he would try to make himself some cereal, right? But he couldn't pick up the jug of cereal, right? He couldn't pick up the jug of cereal, and so she didn't know what to do about him picking up the jug. I'm like, well, you have to just buy a smaller carton of milk or whatever, so he could, like, you don't want to take his independence away. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know that you're frustrated that it's milk all on the floor every Saturday morning when you wake up, but you don't want to knock away his independence of trying to do stuff himself. So why don't you just let him know, you don't have to get the gallon of milk. Get him his special milk. You get what I'm saying? Maybe it's a half a gallon, or they have a little thing now where it's just like a liter or whatever. Let him know this is his milk that he can pick up and put in his cereal and then go by his day, right? You don't want to take away the child's independence or them trying to do stuff on their own just because you're frustrated that he wastes the milk. Does that make sense what I'm saying? You have to help your children sometimes. You don't want to take away their independence. And I get that they aren't JoJo's children. What I'm saying is this. It's not JoJo's responsibility to feel like that he can't go out because I'm the oldest child too, right? So, but I'm the oldest child, but not really, right? So, because my brother and sister are 10 months younger than me. They twins. But JoJo shouldn't feel like I can't go out for track practice because I got to be home for Makai and Anaya, right? He shouldn't feel like I can't go home I can't go out for track practice on the basketball team because I got to be there to watch them. But if there's something that he's not doing, he should, be able to help his mom get the kids up for school if she's not there. He should. Now, if he got stuff that he got to do in the morning where he's not able to do it, I get that too. But I'm just saying, what was JoJo doing to where he couldn't help? Juju got a staff of 12 people. Viola don't got a staff of 12 people. Right? Viola don't got a staff of 12 people. Nancy said, was JoJo on time for school? It don't matter if JoJo was on time for school because that's not Ralph's child. Sorry. It didn't matter if JoJo was on time for school because that's not Ralph's child. He didn't give a damn about what JoJo had going on. Ralph got it at it. What was Ralph doing? Ralph was probably already gone for work by DKL. Baby, let me tell you something about DKL. I'm not going to let y'all do that. Let me tell y'all this. Baby, it was clear. It's clear from the court documents, from what the judge is saying, that it was Drew's responsibility to get him to school. So it don't matter what Ralph was doing. Ralph was probably already gone for work. But when Drew had the kids, see, this is what I'm saying. When Drew got the kids for the week, It don't matter what Ralph was doing. They was on Drew's time. Okay? It don't matter what Ralph was doing. Where I probably was, listen, Ralph could not legally take the children to school. It was not his time. He could have been arrested, right? Baby, we're not gonna put this on Ralph. I'm not gonna let y'all put this on the black man. I'm not gonna let y'all put this on the black man. We're gonna let Drew take this L. We're gonna let Drew take this L. Ralph works from home, so he say. Shamir's chicken and waffles. My God. My God, it's gonna be child, and I hope we ain't gonna be no Shamir's chicken and waffles, baby, because Shamir keep a nasty motherfucking kitchen. Shamir keep a nasty motherfucking kitchen. Them girls over there tried to give, baby. I seen Shamir and Shia over there making some cookies for PJ, and they tried to get that girl ptomaine poison. I seen that nasty ass motherfucking HVAC king of HVAC my ass. King of HVAC my ass. It was all kind of bullshit, girl. It was all kind of oxtails, residue, and turkey. Baby, I say, child, what is this, honey? Let him have the kids. Drew can live her best life, break the cycle. How she living her best life knowledge when she still got JoJo? How you living your best life and you are an absent mother? She also oversees in chicken. They keep a nasty kitchen. They keep a nasty kitchen, child. I seen that oven. I say, baby, what is this, honey? We know judges make the decisions based on bull, based on all types of tricks. All he had to do was have better records that showed that he was never late, and she was not a reason to lose custody. Right. Thank you for the super chat, Rodney the voice. He said it's not JoJo's responsibility, but he is at an age where he should be able to assist in small tasks. I remember combing my sister's hair when my mama had to work. I had to step up as the oldest and help. Right. Rodney, that's all I'm saying. It ain't his responsibility, but he can help y'all. Don't do that. I used to have to, my mom used to be like, you the oldest, you the oldest. I used to be like, girl, I'm only 10 months older than them. What do you mean? I'm only 10 months older than them. You're not about to put this on me, you know? Ralph's still playing daddy to JoJo, a good man. He playing daddy to JoJo? Drew is the type that will start a new family and forget about the old one. When did we see Shamir's kitchen? Do you have a picture of it? I got a video of it. Do you want me to show you? It's a video of it. She over there shot. They tried to give girl, get a girl ptomaine poisoning. Thank you for the super chat, cute content guy. Oh my God. Wait. He said, I get so emotional when I think about how powerful is as a black father, even the judge to put the kids in his care. They'll get a great education, a roof over their head, give it up. Yes, he would, baby. Yes, he would. I need a Netflix documentary about being the oldest and I'm traumatized. Listen, you have to do the small tasks. You got to help out the family. You got to help out the family. And I think I'm scarred because I used to have to tell my cousin sometimes, you know, with her oldest son, bitch, I'll be putting that shit on him, ho. You know what I'm saying? She'd be like, why this ain't done? Why this ain't done? I said, bitch, don't you put that shit on him, ho? Sure. Flowers in the basement. We need more single days. I appreciate Drew for her absence. Thank you for the super chat, Bravo. Bravado H. Drew works away. He works at home. 2K cheap daycare. Is this Gene? Okay, let me see. Drew works away. He works at home. 2K cheap daycare. Does he work at home? Oh, yes. Yes, I called her. Oh, don't be doing my cousin like that. Don't be doing them like that. I think Drew wanted to lose custody. That's my conspiracy, and I'm standing behind it. Niecy, baby, y'all gonna do anything to make Drew seem like that she did something good, baby. Drew is a horrible mother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Drew is a horrible mother. Drew lied to the court. She ain't no victim. Go boy, please. What did I do, Tokyo? Ralph does what every stay-at-home wife does. He is nothing special. So, listen, Tammy, he got custody of the kids. He got custody of the kids. Yes, Ralph works from home and he did not have primary custody. Is Drew first baby daddy a white man? No, Drew first baby daddy is a black man. He was on the show. Her first season on the show. He had just got out of jail. And remember him and see, y'all haven't been here since day one. That's why I don't take what y'all be saying serious. Drew first baby daddy had came on the show. He had just got out of jail, and he had ended up meeting up with Ralph and Drew and JoJo. Remember that? They went to go eat some. They went to go eat some chicken and waffles, child, but it wasn't from Nana's. One from Nana's. Y'all remember that? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember Drew baby daddy, first baby daddy. Poor Josiah. He's a jailbird. Drew could have paid someone to take the kids to school. Drew got a sister. Baby, like all the daddies on got 12. You can't tell me that Drew is over here. Baby, Drew don't even got a motherfucking Razzie award, okay? Drew don't got an NAACP award. To some people, that's an Oscar. Shout out to Monique, right? Drew don't need 12 people on her staff. And of the 12 people, Drew is over here playing reality TV, y'all, because now that I think about it, even when Drew went to audition for, I think that Drew hired them boys and she paid them in prep. And I think that Drew, when she even went to go audition for Pinky's show, Drew was still driving the Tahoe. The driver wasn't even driving the Tahoe. So Drew is just trying to make herself seem like that she is this actress extraordinaire, right? And she's not. She over here at the beat. She over here at the on the show looking at $1.3 million houses and asking the judge behind the scenes, "I'm not gonna have nowhere to go. Let me stay here. I'm not gonna have nowhere to go." She's no. Drew don't even have a YouTube award, right? What's good, Ali? She said, "Hey, GGABOR, Drew could have got one of her staff members to drop the kids off. She could have. She could have got one of the staff members. She could have got Ali. She could have even got cool with one of the moms. You know, one of the other moms, they would have loved to shoot a scene. And Drew asked him, "Can you pick up my kids and stuff? I'm at work and actually they would have loved to do that. Girl, I'll do it with no problem." They would have did it. They would have did it. They would have did it. A Real Housewife would have done it. Shit, she could have asked Angela and Amari. She could have asked Angela and Amari. But you know, Pastor probably wouldn't want one of Amari over there with the kids, because you know, Amari over there dagging with bulls or whatever. But you know, Drew dagged with bulls too, so you know, she probably wouldn't have nothing to say, right? Drew dead wrong for the kids being late like that, right? Shit, if they said that the kids was late, I wonder was they fed? Yeah, I wonder was they even fed, baby? And Drew gonna pop up like she mother of the year to put the kids on the bus, girl. What you laughing at, Rodney? I don't agree with everything Drew did, but Ralph is a monster. Erica the author, how is he a monster? How was he a monster? Old daddy. Yeah, they called him old daddy. That was JoJo daddy. They called him old daddy. I say, Drew, what kind of bullshit you got going on here? Old daddy, confusing the kids. Come on, dagging for bulls. Right. At least the kids went to school, they were late because she is overworked. Poor Drew. Tammy, I'm not going to let y'all do that. I'm not going to let y'all do that, baby. A bowl of King vitamins and TVs all day. Poor kids. Drew is doing what men on the daily allow her. Drew is doing what men do on the daily. Allow her. What is Drew doing, Knowledge? What is Drew doing? Men on the daily don't have their kids late from school. That's not true. Maybe the niggas in y'all life do that, but my daddy never. Drew didn't make us kids clean their room, sheets all over the place, pillows on the floor. I'm surprised they don't have sheets on the windows. They was over there talking back to Pastor Janet. They was over there talking back to Pastor. Remember, Drew? I remember Drew told, is her name Anaya? It's something with Aya. And I remember Drew had told Anaya, she had counted to 5, baby, and Anaya was looking at her like, "Girl, what you gonna do to me?" And she kind of went all the way to 5. She said 1. She told Anaya to come in, and Anaya was just looking at her in front of the Bravo cameras, baby. And she got the 5, baby, and Anaya was like, "Girl, you weak puss, girl, you ain't gonna do nothing." Yes, she did, baby. Anaya. Yeah, baby. Anaya was looking at her like, "Girl, you counting to 5. Anaya, baby, the way that Anaya looked at Drew, she should have just said 5. Thank you for the super chat, Ms. She said, had JoJo real daddy sitting with Ralph talking about old and new daddy, and Ralph turned around and refused to adopt Joe. Yes, he did. Yep, she was showing off. Yeah, nut child, please. Men won't let one of theirs jump off their kids off the school on time. Men will let one of their jump offs drop to the kids at the school on time. Well, no. Girl, hurry up and count. Right, girl, what you gonna, girl, you ain't gonna do nothing. Shit, you probably break your Achilles on your way over here next to me, girl. Clumsy ass. And then I seen a video of Drew Child talking about she showed her real life. I came on the show with a boot on and y'all seen me rupture. Girl, that ain't showing your real life though, Drew. You are fake. You are fake. You was looking at a $1.3 million home. And it was only gonna be you and Joe. Mims don't want us to tell us Drew's tea. Ralph knew what they was going. Ralph knew they wasn't going all the way. He was not about to be stuck with a kid that's not his. Nobody. Now I don't blame that's punk shit. Could you imagine? Y'all would have, but see, that's what I'm saying though. If he would have kept JoJo, and he would have won JoJo, and JoJo would have been staying over there, y'all would have been how y'all saying now that Ralph is weird and Ralph is making her life live in hell. Y'all would have turned it into something weird, and y'all would have been like, why did he want JoJo over there anyway with him? That's weird. You know how y'all do. Drew is just a horrible mother. She's just horrible. Like the motherfucker, like the video. I'm about to go in about 3 or 4 minutes because I'm hungry. Ralph did the right thing. He arranged for the school bus to pick up the kids. He didn't act bougie and hire someone to drop the kids off like Drew did. Ralph and Drew are scammers. Ralph would have been paying child support like Eva's husband paying for Kevin McCall's daughter. He paying child support? Wow. Drew did what most abused women do. Lie and pretend everything is fine. Erica, Drew don't even came out and said the man never put his hands on the child. Now she came out and said that now. Come on now. What you mean abused now? I'm gonna say, child. The courtman came out and said that Marie probably wouldn't be abused. Drew don't have staff. She has friends that wanted to be on TV. She got some bottom rung punks over there in Atlanta that want to be on TV. Let me be quiet before I see one of them niggas in Atlanta, baby, and they try to jump on, but they ain't not gonna jump on me though. Before I see one of them niggas in Atlanta, I have to whoop their ass. True, Eva set up her husband when she divorced him. Eva was wrong for that. Niecy gone, girl. Niecy, I'm not gonna even put that up on here, girl, because you lying. And we can tell the truth now. Everybody said that their kids are beautiful child.
No, they're not.
They're not. Poor Ann. Who is Ann? He was mentally abusive. Child. Drew, love you down. I can't believe you can't see who Ralph is. Gabor, I love you down. Can't believe him. I can see who Ralph is. I remember my dad got us dressed so fast for school. He had me wearing different color shoes. I wore one black and one blue shoe. He made sure we made it on time for school. Right, because we jump over here. Right, we jump over here. They ain't gonna mess with me though. They can look at my Anna Marie Wiley, okay. They can look at my face and tell they ain't gonna jump me, baby. Y'all have me out there in the middle of the streets going buck wild, child. Y'all be like, he didn't have to do all that now. Yes, I did. Ralph wrote a book about adopting JoJo to make profit off of Drew. How did the book end? How did the book end? How did the book end? Sure. Listen, even the stuff that y'all are telling me about Ralph, the stuff that y'all are trying to tell me about Ralph, even makes Drew look even worse in my eyes because she shouldn't even allow Ralph to even play with JoJo like that. Like he was gonna be the daddy. All of this still falls on Drew. Okay, here goes Drew lying.
Get into it. What did y'all think of my slate? I had to do it for the girlies. Like, cut it out.
Girl.
Cut out the lies. Cut out the BS. Cut out all of the extra performativeness that y'all say that I am. Like, everything that y'all call me, y'all actually are. Y'all are deflecting. So I had to teach them how it's done. Like, this, if y'all want to say I'm an actress, we all. Because I'm not paid to be an actress here. There's no script. There's no director. We are living our real authentic lives. Y'all have been through my real life situations my Achilles ruptured on national TV.
Is that a real life situation, Drew? Your Achilles ruptured? Your Achilles ruptured? That's not a real life situation, baby. That was an unfortunate,
Where's the line at? That was real. That's my real life. Y'all saw it. And y'all met me. I limped on Housewives in a Achilles rupture boot. Like, it don't get more real than that. So what are we talking about? Like,
if that's the best that you could say that was the real is crazy, Drew. But okay, you got it, baby. You got it. Drew, showing your real life is us seeing you on a date with Ty. That's real life. That was corny, true to type, right? But anyway, talk about what now, right? She's just so corny to me, and I hate it for her because she's a pretty woman. She is. You lied about Tampa, right? Her sister was real. But Rodney said it's her mama. Talk about Ralph in Tampa. I wish there was a shut the fuck up Drew, but she's a troll. Yeah, she is a troll. She is a troll. She is a troll. But she heard Kelly hard, baby. I seen that girl grab Kelly's soul, baby. When Kelly said, I never got my body done. And Drew said, she said, I never got my body done. And she said, what did she say? I only got my boobs done. And Drew said, you should get them undone. She broke Kelly's soul. That girl said, baby, you should get them undone. And see, baby, let me tell you something. Drew has been practicing, baby. Drew has been practicing because, listen, when she said you should get them and she paused and said undone, that's a skill. You should get them undone, baby. Then Kelly got to trying to sympathize and try to play. Well, I absolutely did get them done, Drew, because I had 4 kids. Girl, fuck that. We fight. Girl. She should have said, well, I absolutely did get them done, Drew, because I have 4 kids. When did you have time to get your butt done? Because they said that you lost custody of yours. They said that you lost custody of yours. When did you have time to get your butt done? I absolutely did get mine done, girl. All that whining ass, Shamil ass shit, girl. Y'all weak punk puss. Punk puss. You should get them undone, misproportions. You broke, bitch. But done to the chin. Baby, you went and got them boobs done, girl. Is it supposed to look like that? Was it supposed to look like that, baby? I need to see the reference photo, baby. Baby, I need to see the reference photo, baby. You paid for that? You paid for that? To be walking around here looking a mess like that? And then Jarvis got an Instagram page. Jarvis got an Instagram page talking about who is Jarvis, right? And all of the pictures up there of Kelly, sitting up there talking about Kelly is beautiful, Kelly is this, Kelly is that.
No, they're not.
She's not. Looking like a lowercase P. Will you be covering Peter interview on Carlos King? I don't know if I'm covering it or not because I seen a clip of Peter sitting up here mad at Cynthia. Yeah, I think that he'll opportunities too, Erica the author. I think that he'll opportunities. I think that he'll opportunities too. But I seen a clip of, before I go, let me say this. And listen, I am very toxic. I'm a work in progress. I am. I saw a clip of Peter trying to blame Cynthia for him losing a house before he went to jail. And I almost had wrote a whole dissertation on Twitter where I was going to respond. And when I had to go back and spell check and make sure everything was correct, I just said, fuck it. Peter, are you serious? Like, my thing is this. He's sitting up here talking about that it was Cynthia. Cynthia is not the reason. You lost your motherfucking house because you're negligent. It wasn't Cynthia's fault. If I was Cynthia, I wouldn't give a fuck what you was talking about. I'm not putting nothing in my motherfucking name. Because, now tell me if I'm wrong or not. I remember Cynthia had to take Peter to the courthouse to get some money that she loaned him back. Put a 5 in the chat if you remember that, if I'm tripping or not. Cynthia had to take Peter to court so she could get some money that she loaned him back. And so I don't feel comfortable doing anything with you, Peter, Patricia. I don't feel comfortable doing anything with you in any type of way. And I don't want to do nothing because it's always a scam and a scheme that you got going on. Baby, your employees, shout out to Angela. Baby, your employees, you wasn't paying them. You wasn't paying them. Your employees, baby. So I don't feel, Cynthia don't owe you nothing. Well, it was me that was show. She didn't really understand the show. She didn't really understand the show. And I was, I was telling her, how to operate with the show. And I never asked for no money. She was giving you 10%. All of the men, you, Peter, that's the thing. When y'all get to being mad at a bitch, y'all get the lying. I remember Peter. I remember Peter, what was the man name that was fucking on Kenya? That she was messing with in the back of the truck? The crazy man. They tased him, and I seen him pull the taser off and run in the woods. What's his name? What's his name? That Kenya was messing with. Big old Matt. I remember Matt said that Peter and Todd told him that they women give them 10% of their check. So now Peter is saying that Cynthia never gave me nothing. She ain't never gave me nothing. She ain't never did this and I did this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. You can't come back and lie now that you're mad. You said that she gave you 10%. You said that she gave you 10%. I heard him say it out his own mouth, and the boy said it too. So I don't like that. Gabor, you got to get me that video of Matt. I tried to find it and it's nowhere to be found. Y'all put a 9 in the chat if I'm telling the truth. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. There was a video of Matt getting stopped by the police. Matt, the people tased Matt. Put a 9 in the chat if you've seen it. The laws tased Matt. Matt grabbed the taser thing off of him and ran in the woods. Put a 9 in the chat if you remember it. Baby, I'll never forget you. Look at the 9s. I've seen that with my own eyes. I say, baby, Ken, you better leave that man alone, baby. Ken, you gonna have to leave that nigga alone, baby. Baby. You gonna have that get me if you empty that clip on that nigga gonna say, I love that shit. You I can't find the video either, baby. He did that, baby. I saw it with my own. Oh my God, I didn't see that. I saw that, baby. I saw that, baby. I saw that with my own 2 eyes, baby. Probably found War Star Hip Hop or something like that. I saw that, baby. Girl, you are in danger. Man was crazy. I knew the nigga was. I knew that the nigga was a little off Erica the Arthur. You know what I'm saying? He gave me roid rage a little bit, you know. And I don't want to think that every buff nigga I see be on steroids or whatever. But when I seen that, I said, baby, I would have to leave that nigga alone. If I seen that, the nigga just take it off and baby, not took it off and just fell down to the ground. Took it off and started running. Oh no, baby. I gotta let this nigga go. I gotta let this nigga go. I gotta let him go. I gotta leave him alone. The sex was good, baby. It ain't enough good for all that, baby. Matt, spray painting the camera black was a red flag. Yes, it was, baby. Remember, yeah, he did say that. Matt had that special need strong. Can you play with him? And he thought it was real. He went apeshit. Yes, he was. Him and Peter was fighting. Peter was trying to cut that man's throat. Peter had a box cutter. He was trying to cut that man's throat. Yes, he was. Peter was trying to cut that man's throat, but he couldn't get to him. Peter was holding up. My mama saw the interview. My mama said that Peter said that he had to fight in jail. But actually, it seemed like Peter was only in jail for like 3 months. Shit. It seemed like what kind of fucking jail Peter was in. He was out on weekends. That ain't what kind of bush. You know what I'm saying? I miss the old jailhouse days. Shit. And then didn't he meet Kenya's dad? Child. I still want Kenya to tell us the real story about what happened with her mom and her daddy, child. What went on, child. He did Ken wrong. Kenya didn't want to get a man his 10%, child. That's what I really think that happened, child. I think that Kenya, I believe that he fell out with Peter them because he told Kenya that them niggas said that they gave their girls 10%, their girls gave them 10%, and he wanted his 10%. And Kenya gave me the type that she don't want to pay, just like she didn't want to pay them landlords and stuff, and her shit was out there. Speaking of not wanting to pay, and Kenya over there being with her shit out on the street, you see Britt and her beard is getting back together, child. Thank you for the super chat, Super 3701. She said, Kat said that Kenya is manipulative and fundamentally deceptive. Peter went to the Epstein jail. That man only went to jail to lay his head and was out doing the day. See? You see what I'm saying? Are they wild Britt? Yeah, they getting back together. I told y'all it was so much stuff on here. I didn't realize I was going to be up here for this long. But I just get to run in my mouth sometimes. Let me see. Yeah, Britt and her beard getting back together. So, here we go. Okay. Mike ended up posting. He say some things are worth fighting for a pound. Britt Edie established for 2021. Okay. RHOM alum Britt Eady's estranged husband Mike Cunningham hints at reconciliation. Says some things are worth fighting for. Okay, looks like Britt Eady and Mike Cunningham may not be ready to call it quits just yet. The RHOA alum estranged husband appears to be leaving the door open for reconciliation, sharing a photo of their hands clasped together at a table with the caption "Some things are worth fighting for." Pound Britt Eady. Established for 2021. That pound Britt Eady is some nasty work. Okay. Britt announced their split on New Year's Eve after 5 years of marriage, saying that she was done hurting and wanted to be happy in her next chapter. She officially filed for divorce on January 7th with court documents stating that their marriage was irretrievably broken and that there was no reasonable hope of reconciliation. Okay. So, girl, Mike was a weirdo. I believe that was her beard, baby. But she was his beard. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't imagine being with Mike, baby.
Somebody get this bitch off me.
Somebody get this bitch off me. That was a bitch, baby. Okay, so she really likes him. She probably like his money, baby. Who cares, Brit? You punk puss. Yeah, what's good, Richie? She is punk puss. She is punk puss. I think so too. He was weird. Mike know they broke up too soon. He want some of their lawsuit money. Do you think that she gonna win some money? We'll see. They only getting back together because nobody cares. Right. Nobody cares, child. Nobody cares. She probably gonna try to go get a peach again, knowing her. You know, she delusional. She delusional. Both attention seeking. This is why we are in this chat. Leave it private. Why are we in the chat? Is it filed? Absolutely not. Okay. What else? Oh, and we can get another housewife story too, child. Candace and Chris celebrated 8 years. Candace and Chris celebrated years, okay? So she wrote, first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby and a baby carriage. Cheers to 8 years, my darling. What a life we have built together. Correction, baby. Correction. What a life that Dorothy built together. What a life Dorothy built. Okay, happy anniversary. Here's to 1 million more of everything with you, plus 2 million butt squeezes. I love you the most. Happy anniversary, pound 8 years. Okay, I remember they got married. Wow, time really flies. Time really flies. And y'all can say what y'all want to say. I believe that Candace had one of the best weddings that we saw on Bravo. In my opinion, she did. She did. She did. Okay, but y'all, I didn't think that they would make it. Hey, that's a kept man, baby. Why would he leave? That's a kept man. Thank you, Mama Dorothy. Right. Thank you, Mama. I thank God for my parents' help in the early years. Their wedding was glorious, right? Not even Candy. She had lions. Candy wedding looked at cheap Atlanta. Cheap Atlanta. All they did was throw down some drapes, baby, and walked on top. Girl, it was cheap. She really did. They wedding with everything. Shout out to Dorothy. Yes, they did, baby. They did that. I remember Candace kept on running around saying, "This is a fucking wedding," because you know Chris wasn't used to nothing like that, y'all. Candace kept on walking around saying, "This is a wedding, yeah, baby. That was a wedding. Jazzy wedding, cheap, cheap, cheap. If Jazzy wedding was something missing, we would have saw more of it, baby. That was some cheap ass shit. Candy wedding was tacky as fuck, right? Cheap and ghetto. Nene's was nicer. I definitely believe that they was in love. Who was in love? Who was in love? Who? His family owned restaurant franchises. He came with his own money. EHT Bunny Chop. First, it was restaurant franchises. Then it was furniture, child. Baby, Dorothy, the worst thing that Dorothy ever did was lie to us and tell us that man came from money, child, because that was a goddamn lie. That was a goddamn lie. He ain't come from no goddamn money. Okay? But y'all, that's all I got for today, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all later. Adios.
Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it.